If you're doubling Jason Tatum right here, Trae Young has got to rotate here. This player is going to take Marcus Smart, okay? If it's a good trap, you're not worried about this player 2 passes away because you'll be able to rotate for a player 2 passes away. But Trae Young doesn't rotate, so now this pass to Al Horford's available. Well, now Jaylen Brown's 1 pass away, and you can't rotate to that. Okay, if you're DeAndre Hunter, you're playing on Jason Tatum's side right now. Look at his feet. I mean, he's opening up his hips. He wants him to come here. So get up and force him here. And a double team has to be here. If a skip pass gets made here, Clint Capella would rotate, you'd rotate, and he'd come up here. But, I mean, there's no help coming. DeAndre Hunter isn't really getting up and forcing Tatum there, so of course that happens. If you're switching all these Celtics screens, then Trae Young's got to be up because he has to be ready to switch. Like, you're not, like, this is, like, everyone's switching except Trae Young. Okay, if you're this Hawks player in transition, you got to get underneath Robert Williams. You cannot, like, you got to battle for position here. You cannot front the post. Look at, you're trying to front the post. You have no backside help. So, that's awful, definitely. Stop fronting the post. If you're going to front the post, Okongwu's got to stay back here. And if a pass goes here, it's going to have to be this player rotates here and Okongwu rotates up. But, I mean, you're fronting the post with no backside help. This is a complete disaster, and stop doing it. You're Bogdanovich. Like, you got to start battling for position now with Jaylen Brown. Like, right now. Look at how little Jaylen Brown has to do to get in the paint. You did nothing. Except, I think you tried to gamble there. Disaster. Okay, if Jalen Johnson is going to come instantly double like this, stop. Then Okongwu's got to rotate here and Jalen Johnson has to go here. I mean, Jalen Johnson can't double and get back out. That's not possible. Okay, I mean, I don't know. Someone's got to tell Jalen Johnson right now that Derek White's coming. I mean, he's obviously looking at the ball, so he's not seeing Derek White. Like Trae Young, Bogdan, Sadiq, but everyone's seeing Derek White here. Why is it that Jalen Johnson doesn't know about this? Is this an amazing shot at the quarter? Of course it is, but Bogdanovich sees this shot is blocked. Start sprinting over here. Like, there's 4.5 seconds left in the quarter. Why do you think it's okay to just stand? Like, you could have gotten in the way of this. Terrible drop coverage from Okongwu. You got to get your feet set. You got to get your feet level to each other. Like, this is horrible. Look at Okongwu right here. So Tatum's coming this way. Your feet are not set, and you're just playing on his side. So if Jason Tatum comes this way, you're going to have to twist your whole body around. You have no chance of being able to slide your feet. Okay, Sadiq Bey doesn't get his feet set. Isn't in a defensive stance. Is staring at the ball, not his man. Like, look at Sadiq Bey right here. You're not seeing your man, so you're going this way. Derek White's coming here. So now when Derek White catches this ball, look at this. You're not even close to being able to guard him. This horrid defense by DeJounte Murray. Why? You cannot backpedal your way down the floor with anyone, including Derek White. Like, you got to get back. You got to get your feet set. Like, look at this. You're playing off of your back foot right now. So now you're going to climb up here, I guess, to gamble. So now Derek White's going to be... That is unbelievable how easy that was. Okay, so if you're Trae Young here, there's a loose ball. So you're seeing it's a loose ball. John Collins, too. Both. But Trae Young, you can see, is staring at this loose ball. You cannot wait to see who gets this. You've got to start to get back now. Like, right now. Start sprinting. You can get back in the play if Atlanta comes up with this. But if you just stare and say, who's going to get this ball? Well, if Boston does, this happens. Okay, this is unbelievable. Another loose ball. Stop. Why is John Collins and DeJounte Murray not getting back? Are they, like, immune from getting back in transition? Like, you're just standing. This is total garbage. This is the playoffs, I'm pretty sure. This is absolutely mind-boggling. If you're Trae Young, okay, Clint Capella just switched onto the ball. You can no longer, you have to stay with Al Horford. If you want to scram switch here and DeAndre Hunter takes Al Horford, then Trae Young goes to Jason Tatum, that's fine. But you can't just go guard the ball now. I mean, what is Trae Young doing? Like, what is it? Wow. Okay, here's another turnover. If you're DeAndre Hunter, just get back. Make sure you're ahead of the ball. Just sprint back. Look at DeAndre Hunter here. Look at him try and gamble at the ball. So now you just guaranteed you're behind the ball. This is a complete joke. Why is DeAndre Hunter just staring at the ball? You know, you are guarding Jaylen Brown as well. I don't know if you probably didn't understand that, I guess. Okay, when you open your hip up like John Collins is doing right now, you're saying I can't guard Jason Tatum. So you're going to need help, okay? First of all, you got to get up because you can't just let a step back three happen. But why not get up and force him here where there's help and where Trae Young is actually going to eventually come trap? I mean, you're not even getting up. You're forcing him to the wrong area of the floor anyways. I mean, okay, if you're Trae Young, you got to do something about the screen. I mean, Marcus Smart, the player you're guarding, is setting a screen. So do you want to switch? Do you want to be in drop coverage? Do you want to hedge? Like, you can't do nothing here. Like, I cannot do this if you're DeJounte Murray. Look at you anticipating that a screen comes. You're just that's why you're coming up like this. You're anticipating a screen was coming. Well, Robert Williams didn't set the screen; he slipped it, and now you're just not going to be able to guard the ball. It's going to collapse 500 Hawks players towards the ball, and Al Horford's open. Okay, so you're trapping Jason Tatum here. Stop. So Bogdanovic has to worry about the corner here. It's John Collins who's just staring at the ball. Like, he has to be the one here to rotate over to Jaylen Brown. And then DeAndre Hunter would come over here to Al Horford. Like, it's not Bogdanovic's rotation. See, look at this. The corner now is wide open, so Bogdanovic has to worry about both. And that's a hard time when one of the players you're guarding is Jaylen Brown. Okay, John Collins is again... Look at you're opening up your hip. So you need to get up. You're not going to be able to guard Jaylen Brown this way. If he turns the corner, you're going to have to turn your whole body around. You're not going to be able to slide your feet. So you got to get up. And Sadiq Bey's got to get here in the gaps. If his feet are set and he's in a defensive stance, unlike John Collins, he'll be able to help at the ball and recover and not give up a three. But you're not up forcing him anywhere, so now you're just cooked. Why is DeJounte Murray walking here? If you are switching, you need to be attached to Brogdon, so as soon as this player comes off the screen, you're ready to guard. Not what DeJounte Murray is. Hawks cannot keep trapping if they're not going to rotate. What is Bogdanovic doing standing in the paint? You need to be out here. You have to come up to Derek White. And then Trae Young would come here and push a Okongwu to the corner. But this second rotation's never going to happen because Bogdanovic hasn't even moved. Okay, so Trae Young is trying to get over the screen too soon. That's why he falls backwards here. The Hawks are trying to run drop coverage, but you can't when Trae Young gets moved that way. So if you're Trae Young, you have to switch this. Like, you cannot go towards the ball. Like, you have to just say switch. And it looks like DeAndre Hunter's doing this. Why is Trae Young coming back to the ball? This is completely on Trae Young. Stop. You need to be in a defensive stance with your feet set right now because as soon as this pass is made, you got to be sprinting to the corner. And then we'll play it out a little bit. So then when that happens, this player would sprint here and DeAndre Hunter would sprint to the strong side corner. But look at Trae Young. That's what we're doing tonight. You cannot crowd Jason Tatum at half court. Get your feet set in a defensive stance. This is absurd. You think that you're going to be able to keep Jason Tatum in front of you, guarding like this. You're not.